Hello, welcome to Ekidel. My name is Justice Moka and I am your instructor. Today, we will be learning how to model, analyze, and design a steel staircase ladder for a water tank stand. So, looking at this right now, this is a steel staircase ladder having a height of over 10 meters. So, by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to model a steel staircase ladder and also perform the design for a steel staircase ladder here in Protastructure. If you look at this other structure right here, you can see that this is a steel water tank stand. In our previous video, we did this model and the design of this steel water tank stand. So I would say if you want to know how to model and to design a steel water tank stand, you should just check in our previous video. And also, I will urge you to also subscribe to my channel Ekidel so that you will not miss any other video we will be doing on steel and concrete here in Protastructure. Now, looking at this steel staircase ladder right now, if you go to our design status, which we have right here, you will see that this staircase ladder has already been designed and it has also passed the design criteria. So if I click outside right now, so that I can be able to highlight this, and see that this staircase ladder has already been designed and it has passed all the steel members, has passed design criteria, and also it will be able to carry any human and other additional load which will be used to either do some let me say maintenance on this steel tank here. So by the end of this lesson, you will be able to create a steel staircase ladder here in Protastructure. So let me go back to my our model view so that we can get started. So go back to our model view and then let's get started on the model and the design of this steel staircase ladder right here. So let's get started.
Okay, so to begin the modeling and the design of this staircase ladder right here in Protastructure, I will have to go back to my plan view. So I'll click on this view, right click and click on plan view. Now right here on plan view right now, the next thing I'll do, I'll have to turn on my grid line because I turned it off just to get a clearer view of the 3D. So the next thing I'll do is to highlight this right now and delete this staircase ladder just here. So I'll highlight this first and delete it. So I'll hold my shift to deselect. I'll just delete this. Okay, I'll click on delete. And then I'll deselect grid lines and then I'll click on OK. So right now we'll have all our staircase ladder already been deleted. If I go to our plan view, our 3D view right here, you will see that we don't have the staircase ladder again. So we want to start afresh to model the staircase ladder here in Protastructure for this water tank. Go back to our plan view, and then we have to delete any offsets of grid line that we have made. So I'll delete this, and I'll also delete this. Then the next thing right now, I'll also delete. Also, this should go. Now let's begin afresh now to create our staircase ladder. The first thing I'll do right now is to first I'll click on this and offset my staircase length. So I'll click on offset, I'll hold my shift F2 and enter my length. Since I'm going left direction, I'll first of all input minus, and our staircase length is 800 millimeter. So I'll click on enter. Now I'll click on escape. The next thing right now is to offset our staircase width. So I'll click on this grid line and offset our staircase width and click on offset. And since I'm going downward, I'll also use shift F2 and click first minus, and I'll offset my staircase width is 600. So I'll type 600 and click Right now, we have our two grid line, the staircase length and the staircase ladder width. The next thing I'll do right now is to insert our staircase ladder column. I'll click on this steel column right here. Check on 3D view, nothing is here. Here must be 0 and 0. Then I'll go to my general. Then we will have to change the steel properties right here. So I'll click on this place, and um, I'm using European law. You can choose to use UK, or you can choose to use US or any other code. But for this lesson, we will use Euro code. So next thing I'll go to is to go to my angle line. I'll go to my angle line, and the size of that staircase column is 80 by 80 by 10. So we are going to use 80 by 80 by 10. So click on select, and then we'll click on OK. Then we will want to insert it right here. Now again, we insert this right here again. Then we'll click on escape. Okay, we can just take this off first. Then after, we will not take the material properties of this to not insert. So if we now check on our 3D view to see what we have just created, you can see what we have just created right now. This is an angle iron for the staircase ladder. So we go back. We can work here on our 3D view. Now, this staircase ladder right now, we have to go down all the way up to this last floor right here. So what I'll do right now, I'll click on this staircase column which we just created. Right click and say properties. This is where the modeling starts. I'll now click on my 3D view, and then at the top here, which is top here, we want this top to extend, because since it's a single steel member, we don't want to cut it in between these levels. We want a single steel members to run from the start to the end. So right now, since we know that this is a height of 9 meter water tank, so I'll quickly input here 6 meter, because I already have here to be 3 meters. So if I click on update right now, you can see that we now have a single steel unit of an angle iron of 9 meters starting from here to here. So this is still 6 meter, which is from this to this, and additional 3 meter, making it 9 meters. So I'll now click on escape, and then I'll go back to my plan view to now insert the other staircase column. So I'll go back to my plan view, right click, and then I'll click on this. I click and say properties, and I'll say click on this point, insert. Then I'll go back to I will now click on escape, then check on our 3D views to see what we have just got. So I go back right now. Let me turn off my grid lines to see it clearer. It's okay. So this is what we have achieved right now. You can see what we have just achieved. But this is what we have just achieved right now. You can see these two members right here. So this is what we have achieved, these two members. We have achieved this staircase ladder column. The next thing right now to do is to input our staircase support, which will be the beams, the staircase support that will come out from this column to support this staircase ladder column. So I'll go back to my plan view to create that right now. Next, I'll turn on back my axis layer. Then I'll now click on staircase beam, steel beam right here. So next thing, I'll click on steel manager or session manager to change my steel property. I'll go to angle iron, and I'll click on the size 75 by 75 by 5. That's what we're going to use. And then I'll click on select, and I'll click on OK. Now I'll click on this place right now, click there, and then click this point. Now I'll click on escape, and I'll click on to check on my 3D view to see what we have just created right now. Now this is what we have just created. You can see that the rotation is bad. This face right here should be the face that will be facing at the front view here, and this face should be at the back. So I'll quickly click on this, right click to change the rotation properties, and then I'll go down here to my material section manager, and I'll click on this section angle. I'll change this to let's check this angle 90 to see what we have got, and I'll click on update. So is this what we want? Yes, this is what we want. So looking at it right now, this is what we want to achieve. Else, we can also go by doing it angle 180 to see what we will see. So let's go to angle 180 and then click on this and then update. Okay, this is okay. This is okay. We want to use this way because if this way faces upward, it's very sharp. Someone might mistakenly put his leg there and it will cause a major injury on that. So we have achieved this right now. So we go back to insert the same thing on this area. So we can now go back and click on this and go to back to our plan view right here, and then we click on this place right now to take this support property, and then we click on this and then click on this. Then let's check out how it looks like on our 3D view to see if it's okay so that we can continue to the next modeling phase. So let's check it out. Okay, yeah, this is okay. So you can now see that what we now have right now. So all other modeling right now we'll be doing right now on this 3D view. So right now we want to bring this these supports down to this level, at least at the level of 500 minus 500 from this level. So we go back right here and clicking on this right now, right click, and I'll say, okay, we can work that too on our plan view. Let's go to our plan view to do that. So we can click on this right now, right click and say properties. Sorry, not the column, the beam. Click on this, right click and say properties. Now we will not just insert yet. We will first of all go to change our level here and say minus 2500 minus 2500 because we want to change the level, we want it to come downward. So we can now click on this and then we'll click okay, then we go back to see what we have just created. Let's see what we have just created if it's okay. Back to 3D view. Okay, you can now see what we just have right now. We have created this also. Now we have this and also we have this. The next thing, okay, so we will also do the same thing for this one. So click on this right now, right click and say properties. And then we go right here and change the level. Minus 2500, sorry, 2500 millimeter and minus 2500 millimeter. And then we will now click on this and then click on this. Okay, then we click on updates and then we'll click close. Let's check it out on 3D view to see what we have just achieved right now. So let's try to load. So looking at this thing now on 3D view, you will see what we have just achieved. It's trying to load because we are trying to do some kind of difficult model here in Protastructure. So the software is trying to understand what we are trying to do. So we'll go back to our view right here to see what we have achieved. Okay, so this is very bad right now because there is no support holding this right here. So we are not going to use this kind of support right now. So I will show you what we are going to use right now. So we'll go back and click on this area. So to support this column right here, we are going to use a different kind of steel connection just at this very phase. So we go back to our plan view right now. Plan view. So the next thing right now we'll do is to create a bin right here. So we go back to click on our steel bin icon right here, and then we click on this area. We click on this area and then click on this area. Now go and click escape, and then we go to check our 3D view. Now this is the kind of connection that we are going to use right now. You can see that this member is being connected to this this steel column here, which now support this staircase column right here. And with this right now, since this is already supported, this can also anchor on this place using a welding connection, and also welded to this place to hold down this place. Now with this right now, this staircase ladder connection is perfectly okay. Next thing right now to do is to create the ladder of the staircase, which we now start right now. So we click on this. We can click on this right now, right click and say properties. We can do this right now here in the 3D view. So we zoom out this place because this is the place we want to use a lot. So we zoom out this place right now. So how you want, just the way you can see this this point of this point and also this point too. So click on this right now and change this. Instead of 2500, we can now change it to we want a spacing of 500 millimeter between the risers. So we click here right now and say this should be minus 2000 and minus 2000. We just remove 500 from there. Now you don't say update, else it will update this. We want to insert a new one. So you go back to this origin point, click on this point, and then click on this point. You can see what we have achieved right now, the second ladder. So we go back again, minus 500 from here. We have minus 1500 millimeter and minus 1500 millimeter. And then we click again. You can now see again what we have. Again, the third one, we get again minus 500 there. We have 1000 millimeter. Again, 1000 millimeter. Okay, then we'll click again at these same spots. That's why I say this becomes our origin on how we will create all other risers. The next thing we'll do is to create the next one, minus 500, which will now have minus 500 and minus 500. We now click. Don't do an update. Don't click on updates. You just click to insert the next one. Okay, then the next thing we'll do right now is to insert, is to click on. Now, is to click on 0 because this is our 0 point. So we'll now put 0 and 0, and then we'll click to insert it directly at this place. Now, the next thing right now, we have left minus sign. We will now be going upward. So since we are going upward, we will be putting positive sign and no longer negative values. So we will now input the next thing right now, 500. Since our spacing is 500, so 500 and then 500. Let me be a bit fast. So now click on this point. Next thing again, 1000. So change 1000 and then 1000. So what you just be doing is to be adding 500 millimeter to it. We have next one. Next thing, 1500 and 1500. And then you click again. You click. Now you cannot see we have next one. So we will do the same thing for all till we achieve to this level. So we continue again by saying next thing we'll do right now is to put 2000 and then 2000. Like I said, just be adding 500. I would say you should subscribe to our channel because we will be doing more other critical staircase just as a cage ladder. So click at this point and then we'll go again by adding 2500 and then 2500. And then don't say update. We'll click again on this point again. And you can see how far we have gone. So I will not be able to be showing you all this. I'll just be inputting T. When we have reached the last stage here, I will not show you what we have achieved. So, okay, I will go back to my origin point of origin, and then click 500 there. That's 3000 millimeter and 3000. And I will click on. Don't make mistake to click updates, and I'll click here. Next thing again I'll do is to add 500 to it. So 500 and 500, and I'll click here. Next thing again is to add 500. That's making it 4000. So 4000, sorry, 4000, sorry. And then I'll click at this point and say okay. To add again for 500, we'll do it till we get up to 6000 for 500. Next thing again is 5000 and then 5000, remaining 2 to be done. We click. Next thing again is 5500 and 5500. Let me just show you how far we have gone. You can see how far we have gone right now. We are almost closer. So the next thing is to insert the last one, or the second to last. So let's see what we have achieved right now. You can now see what we have achieved is to insert again the next one that will now be at this level. So we insert the last riser, which is 6000, sorry, and 6000. And then we go to our origin, to insert that. Then you can now see what we have achieved. Now click on escape. Now this is not okay because there should be an extension between this end of this staircase column and this riser. Just as we have an extension of 500 here from this down to this, the same thing we will have here. So we will have to edit the length of this staircase column. So I right click and then I click on properties. Now I'll go to my 3D view at the top here. I'll quickly add 500. Now become 6500 millimeter. Now click on update. The same thing happens to this. I click this, right click, properties, and then click on this, click and I say 6500. Now click on update. So you can now see that we have successfully modeled the staircase platform here in Protastructure in less than 25 minutes. You can now see what we have just achieved right here. You can see what you have achieved. Okay, the next thing right now is to impute these supports. You can see that this support is not on this level and it's not on this level. So we have to impute the support on this level and this level. So we go right, we can walk through here too, or we go back to this level is at the level of 3000. So we want again at the level of 6000 and also this level of 3000. This is at the level of 0, so we put this again at 3000 level and at 6000 level. So we go do that on our plan view. So go back to our plan view right now and then click on this to take these properties, and then we click on this and impute this to be 3000 and then 3000. Don't say updates because if you say update, it will send this one upward because we want to insert a new one. So you just click on this and then click on this. Next thing again, we want to input at the level of 6000. So we put it again 6000 and then 6000 and then we click again. Now, if I go to my 3D view right now to see what we have just achieved, you can see what we have achieved right now. We have successfully created this support. You can see that. Let me go on these views. You can see, okay, we were at this support before, so but we now have this at 3000 and we have this again at 6000. So we do the same thing for this column to also have a support at this level and at this level. So we go back to our plan view right now. We go back to our plan view. On this other side, I'll click on this, right click and say properties, and I'll click on I'll go to my 3D and I'll click on 3000. You don't have to say update. Don't say update at all, else you change the level of this. So you have to just click to insert the new one and click on this to insert the new one. Then again, we change another level to insert 6000 level and support at 6000 level, and I'll click on this also. Then and I'll click on update. Escape. This must not be a cantilever, and I'll click this and right click and I'll say update. Okay. So then we can now go back to our 3D view to see what we have just achieved. I'll click this and say 3D view. Okay, now you can now see, let me turn off my grid lines. So you can now see what we have just achieved in less than, okay, we now have this in less than 5 minutes. We now have this support, this support, this support, and this support holding this staircase ladder right here. So you can now see, and we have also achieved our risers, which we have this. You can also see that we have successfully created our risers and our staircase. So this is how to model a staircase ladder here in Protastructure. Now, with this knowledge, you can model a staircase ladder for any kind of steel structure, not only for a water tank stand. You can do this for also a steel building, and you can also do it for a concrete building, which you can create a staircase ladder which can be used to maintain the roof. So you can see right now how we have done this perfectly. The next stage right now we'll do is to run the design to see if these steel members that we choose will be able to carry the service load of human and other materials that will be used to maintain this water tank right here. So next thing we'll do right now is to click on our staircase, is to click on our analysis tab right here and click on our building analysis. This will tend to save because this model have not been saved yet. So if I click on this, it will tend to save. So let's wait for it to save. So you can see how to model a staircase ladder right here in Protastructure. The next one we will be modeling is a cage, is a caged ladder, because you know at the height of 1.8 meter, it is intended, it is a criteria for you to provide a caged ladder so that someone climbing the staircase ladder will not be able to fall out. So in our next video, we will create I will show you how to create a staircase cage ladder right here in Protastructure. So I will urge you to subscribe and also share this video to your friends. If you're a student, invite your friends to also subscribe to Ekidel so that they can be able to also know how to model steel members and also steel structures here in Protastructures. We don't only teach on steel, we also teach concrete design, concrete building design, and also other concrete other concrete structures here in Protastructure. Okay, right now, so we can now run our building analysis. So we click on this analysis right now to design our staircase. So we quickly click on steel members. We don't have any concrete members or beam concrete members, so we just click on steel member design check, and then you begin on start analysis. You take less than 1 minute to perform this staircase ladder analysis and design. So let's just wait for it to finish. It's trying to check a member connection to see if they are okay, to see if anyone is trying to overlap between each other. So right now it's trying to run the building analysis, which is the staircase ladder analysis. After this, right now it will go over to design, which is almost done. Right now we are at the stage of 1.04 seconds. It's almost done. Like I said, it take less than 1 minute to perform the staircase ladder analysis and design. So let's just wait for it to finish. To take less than 1 minute. Let's just wait for it to finish because it's trying to analyze the whole structure, both the water tank. So, but our main aim is just to analyze the staircase ladder. Like I said before, you can check in our previous videos to see how to model a water tank stand, which you already have on this structure. So you can check on our previous video. We have already done that. So it's almost done. It's time to do the steel member check. Okay, it took 1 minute and then 04. So let's just click on this and then click on close. Now we have successfully performed the analysis and design of the staircase ladder and also for this water tank. So let's just check right now on our design status to check which member is not sufficient and which is sufficient. So let's click on this member design status right here, and then dialog box will appear where we can now click on our design status. So we go and click on this design status right now to see if our member sizes they are okay. So you can now see that all the members are coloring green, and we know right here that in Protastructure, green color symbolizes that your design is okay and the member sections are okay. So you can now see that we have successfully modeled, analyzed, and designed staircase ladder and also this water tank right here in Protastructure. Like I said, the purpose of this lesson is not to model and design this water tank right here. You can check in our previous video if you have not watched how to design and model this water tank right here. The purpose of this video today is to model, analyze, and design a staircase ladder just like this. So you can check on our previous video to know how to model this other structure, but for the case of today, you can see that we have successfully modeled this staircase ladder, which I just highlighted right here. And if I click outside, you can see that all the members are okay, the sizes are okay, which they have passed design. You can also check on this steel design right here and check on our column design to see the size of this member. Let's just wait for the dialog box to appear. So you can see that we have done this perfectly. Now, if you check this is L8 and this is angle iron 80 by 10 and it has passed design. If I can also close and check on our beam, the size of that risers we are 75 by 5. So you can see that they have also passed design. You can see that they have also passed design. You can now click on close. So we have successfully modeled this staircase ladder right here for a water tank, which can also be used for other steel structure. So by the end of today's lesson, you have successfully known how to model a steel staircase ladder for any steel structure. So I will say thank you for participating for this lesson. Thank you and God bless.